How's it going, everyone? Mick Ambrose from AllAboutTech. Welcome back to another video. As you can see, I am wearing an AllAboutTech t-shirt today. It's actually really comfortable. I really like it. Black t-shirt in this heat may disagree with me a little bit later on when I go out to play football. Well, actually, I won't be wearing this when I go out to play football, so that's completely irrelevant. But yeah, let's get straight into this video. And a interview with Richard Ells has been released on Reddit. By two Canadian guys that came over to surprise the Electroneum team. And they posted the interview on Reddit, which I'm going to go through with you. I'm going to leave it in the description if you want to have a look at the interview. But yeah, there's some interesting things that are said in the interview, and I'm going to go through it with you now. So, looking at the first piece of information that we're given, so another top 10 to top 20 exchange has been agreed, and the contracts have been signed by Electroneum. They're not announcing who it is, very smartly so, because they don't want to damage their chances of being listed. But yeah, another top 10 to top 20 exchange, very positive indeed. More liquidity to come to Electroneum with Coinbene coming. This top 10 to 20 exchange coming as well. Very positive stuff indeed. The next piece of news that was said in the interview was that the ETN team have been working with the HitBTC integration team, meaning that they must be coming very close to a full integration on HitBTC now. Maybe they're now at the front of the queue. Integration is starting, and that will be announced once it's happened. A date wasn't given on this, but like we've seen in the past, dates shouldn't really be given, because if it doesn't meet that date, then people start flooding all over the place. Which it's fair enough to not give a date, but at least that things are progressing. I know it's been so long since HitBTC announced that they were listing Electroneum, but now it looks like it's actually going to be happening soon. But we'll just wait and see on when it's going to be. The next piece of news, and this is really exciting, is that next.exchange will be launching ETN very, very soon. Richard did give a date on this one. He said hopefully live by this Friday, if not next week. And what's really exciting about this is that even though next.exchange is a new exchange, it's a small new exchange, the reason why I've always been so excited about it is because of the fiat to ETN pairings. And get this, you will be able to use your PayPal account to buy Electroneum. And how easy is how many millions of people use PayPal? So if PayPal's easy enough to use, you can buy Electroneum via PayPal. The liquidity will be there, just purely based on the fact that you'll be able to obviously sell your Electroneum directly back to fiat on Next as well, which is really cool. So that is extremely exciting. I'm really looking forward to that one. And moving on to the next piece of information, a lot is said in this interview, and I'm covering it all with you now. The iOS app, the Apple app, full release will be within 2 weeks. Richard Ells said that they want it released fully next week, if not the week after, which is extremely positive news. Extremely positive news. There's thousands of people that are waiting for this iOS app to be released. Obviously, a lot of the Electroneum investors are obviously from the Western world, and obviously Apple are a huge player in the Western world in terms of smartphone technology and people owning smartphones. So within a couple of weeks now for the full iOS release, that's absolutely fantastic. Surely that will create some more value. You'll get a lot more user registrations as well, hopefully with that. And that's absolutely fantastic. The final piece of news on this interview is about the instant payment beta Richard Ells stated that they've put it back a couple weeks because they thought of a new feature, a new extremely exciting feature that they are implementing into the beta, which they haven't said what the feature is, but they're very excited for it. And it's only been delayed by a couple of weeks just to integrate that new feature into the beta. And what's really exciting is that it's still on track to be fully released in September. So that's really good news. They've been working on the back end systems to be able to cope with the amount of pressure and the amount of demand that this API system is going to be having. So they're building the safety nets, etc., in the back end system to be able to handle all that traffic. Now, all of that extremely positive stuff coming with Electroneum. And just to finish off this video, I want to talk about the Binance vote, just because it has to be talked about. Now, I am very disappointed with the outcome of it. Obviously, it's very disappointing. I just want to show you the projects that did make the vote. So it's Libra Credit, Locktrip, Mithril, NKN, and Polymath. The only one of those that I've ever heard of is Mithril. But yeah, going back to the tweet, the CEO of Binance has tweeted about the community vote, and he seemed to be a bit triggered by it. And it states, made some minor updates to Binance listing tips, namely shilling on Twitter doesn't help, weekly updates on Binance info does. If you look at Binance info, Electroneum do update, and I do think that this is linked to all of the tweet replies that the whole community got involved with. And I think it's very harsh to call it shilling, because it isn't shilling. If you look at the definition of shilling, the definition of shilling is an accomplice of a confidence trickster or swindler, decoy, who poses as a genuine customer to entice or encourage others. That's not what happened. All that happened is that Binance announced their community vote round 8 in a tweet, and the community of a 2 million user strong project voiced their opinions. ETN didn't say anything about this. The community the community full on represented their project by commenting and making their presence known. And it's not shilling, because nearly every single tweet, the people tweeting give their reasonings behind why they think Binance should be listed. All the tweets came from true believers of Electroneum. So using the word shilling is very inappropriate in my opinion. And then if you look at the tips on that LinkedIn post that Shangpeng Xiao, I apologise if I said that incorrectly, but there's a couple of things that apply to ETN on this, and the first one is obviously the stability of the blockchain. Electroneum have had issues with their blockchain. I think a long period of consistency and stability will really do them good for the future, to maybe get put on Binance, listed on Binance. Also, it's stated in this that the good things are having a large user base, which Electroneum already has, a proven product, which Electroneum will have in September with the instant payment system, and a well-known team. ETN does have a well-known team. I mean, you look at Chris Gorman, OBE. He's probably one of the most experienced businessmen in the crypto space. Even probably one of the highest award-winning as well, because I've not seen many others with a prestigious title like an OBE, which the Queen gives. So that's extremely positive on ETN's behalf. But what doesn't vote well in ETN's behalf is the fact that they don't like big ICOs, as it states in this article. If you do have a big ICO, be prepared to pay a large percentage of coins as insurance deposit and listing fee, which I disagree with, because if a project raises all that money should be put towards the project, developing the project. Why should they have to pay Binance an increased fee just to be listed on Binance? And the community vote, I kind of disagree with as well, because it's not really a community vote if Binance are the ones hand picking which projects are put in are nominated. Basically, the community aren't nominating them; Binance are nominating them, and then the community votes on those ones that they pick. So that's my opinion on it. Just before I go, obviously, let me know in the comments what you think about it. Take a look at this this Reddit post. It is about this this piece of artwork. It's by Electroneum Academy. They've teamed up with a very talented professional artist, and they're auctioning off this Electroneum painting. So go check this out. It is the LTC Foundation. They rely on donations and selling merchandise to support their dev team. And yeah, go check this out. It is a very cool looking painting. I think the bidding, it just said that it's going to be on eBay. But it is very cool. And it's because Electroneum Academy have just released their first tutorial program. So go check that out as well. I'll put all the necessary links in the description. Very cool indeed. Electroneum Academy have been really supportive through the Electroneum project, etc. So if you like this video, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel as always. Lots of stuff coming. And I'll catch you guys out in the next video. Peace out.